I love seeing people get absolute steals on manga, don't get me wrong. Seeing something like all these shoujo manga for only $250 is incredible. But when you see someone sell one of those sets for 5 times what they paid for everything, that's insane. Shoujo manga collectors have had it so rough for so long. You also have Nancy from Shoujo Beat themselves saying the same stuff that perpetuates manga reselling like this. For example, Red River isn't even fully out of print anyways. There's a volume literally in stock on Right Stuff right now, and there's more volumes than that. Here's a couple more, and a couple more, and the last one in stock on Right Stuff. Now, do I think this video will stop resellers from doing what they do? No, they will never stop, and it's really sad. There are so many shoujo series out there that are really hard to find. And I don't really want people to be paying those prices or have to pay those prices at all to find a series that they really want to own. There's a lot of people out there that would kill to have a Red River, Basara full collection for really good prices, and when there's people like that doing what they do, it makes it really, really hard for them. Some series that have been out of stock for a while, like Nana, Banana Fish, you can find those fully on backorder on Barnes & Noble. While not everything is a lost hope, some series out there are just going to be so hard to find. I wish they would reprint them.
My little detective journalism and everybody. It's funny because Otaku with Trader said that the Civil War started on my last video, which y'all was here. What up, Prom? Prom, you good?
Yo, can you hear me?
Okay, now I can. Yeah.
I kinda got like a jank setup going on here.
You sound good. You sound good. Now.
How you doing on this lovely afternoon or evening?
I'm all right. How are you, man? You're the man of the hour.
It's been a weekend. It's been a weekend for sure. I was watching your stream. I was watching your stream, and I got so excited when you said that you invited this dude on. But then when you said he turned it down, my heart just sank.
Well, see, that's the thing, right? He didn't necessarily turn it down. Like I said, I invited him through other people, and then he ended up blocking. He ended up blocking me. So, between
that kind of gives you your answer.
Yeah, it does.
Read between the lines.
Yeah, of course. And I'm always down for the discussion, even though someone in my Discord who was just trying to be messy on your situation, he was like, "You don't think that's clout chasing? You don't think that's clout chasing?" No, it's not. Well, in fact, it is. You know what? Everything is clout chasing when it comes to social media, because we all want clout. If you didn't want clout, don't post a video on YouTube. Because if you post a video on YouTube, you want everybody to see it, right?
I saw somebody say I was clout chasing off of him, and that just honestly, this beef, I've told you before, and I've been clear. I am here for the negativity.
Yeah, you thrive off of it. Yes.
This a lot of people think they think I'm some kind of victim in the situation, but from my point of view, I've gotten a lot of good humor out of this, and it's just been a good time. And when the guy said I was clout chasing off of this Lunar guy, it was the icing on top.
So you know what? I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna break it down in a bit. You feel what I'm saying? But I gotta get your side of it, because I'm pretty sure your mentions was crazy yesterday.
Oh my,
talking crazy.
Okay, so I'm in my college marching band. So I woke up at
student.
Like 6. I woke up at 6. And then I got home at around 6 in the afternoon. All day, I was standing in the sun. I'm so burnt. I was tired, mentally, physically exhausted. I take an hour nap. I wake up. I have 100 notifications on Twitter.
Jeez.
I'm half asleep. I'm like, is this really what we're doing tonight? But it is what it is.
So I gotta ask, your initial reaction when you saw all the notifications. What was your initial thought? You was like, what is happening? Did you think that you were the center of this whole thing, or did you think like someone just mentioned you in some drama?
So this is not the first time that I have been called out for selling manga, and the first time it happened, it was really bad for my mental health. It was bad. Because I'd never dealt with anything. I'd never been in the spot like that for something so negative. But as it's happened more and more, when I woke up this time, I was just kind of like, we're really doing this again? Like, really? But
So when the first time it happened, was it on Twitter or was it on something else?
The first time, for those who don't know, and this is something that I will admit, it was low key clown behavior on my part, but I'll give you my side of the story. So on Manga Swap, I had 1 through 12 of Ultimo, you know, the Stan Lee series, mangaka who made Shaman King, whatever. It's rare manga. So I had a full set that I bought for $60 off of Facebook Marketplace. Shout out Hobbies of a Man for hooking me up.
He lives near me. Shout out to him.
Yeah, in Texas. Yeah, he saw the listing on Marketplace in Texas. He drove an hour to get it, and they shipped it to me.
Oh, W Mans. W
He's
Hobbies.
Real. He's real. What was I saying? Yeah, so I listed this on... Oh, before that. Like, a couple days before, I had an extra copy of Volume 12 of Ultimo I got, like, for $7 on some random site. I sold that shit for $500 for one volume. So I go on eBay. I see Volume 11. Oh, people buying this for like $200. Volume 10, like another $200 volume. So I think logically, I sold Volume 12 for $500. These other volumes, these other 2 volumes, like $200 each. Let's call it $1,000 even. I'll throw it up on Manga Swap.
Okay.
Because I had, you know, recently sold the volume for $500. I was like, that's fair. People flamed the fuck out of me for that.
Wait, so did you do the thing, I guess, kind of like what FireLunar was calling you out for? Like, you put it in the video, talked about it in a haul, and then you sold it?
So we'll get into that later, too.
Okay.
About this. I know East said, like, that's the one part of the argument that he kind of understands why people are upset. And I'll explain the whole situation. It's simply a matter of people don't know my intentions. Okay. People read into it a certain way, but they don't know. So I'll explain that.
Okay.
Then when I posted this, people flamed me. I got shadow banned from Manga Swap, manga collectors. People in the manga collectors discords were calling me all sorts of slurs, telling me to kill myself. And it was just this whole thing. Because back then, there was a channel specifically for clowning people who were asking high prices for manga. Like, it was its own dedicated channel. And that kind of blew up in there for about 2 days.
And it kind of tore with your mental, or what?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because I was noticeably upset. I was with my parents at the time, and they could tell, and I snapped because they kept asking me what was wrong, and I was like, I was so tired of dealing with it. I snapped back, caused this whole rift in my personal family, like my life beyond YouTube. It's like, that's where it had gone too far. But again, that was like my own, I just wasn't mentally fit to deal with something like that. But as it's happened more and more, I've matured. I know how to deal with shit like this. It's really no big deal.
W-Mans. W-Prom. What up, East? How you doing?
I'm chilling.
Oh, okay.
I'm chilling.
Okay, he's here.
I'm chilling. I was just trying to stay up to date on somebody who's unfortunately both of you are blocked by.
Are you? Oh, so you're not blocked. He's just so neutral in the situation. It's great.
Listen,
we need a neutral being, because I'm very opinionated.
Listen,
we all know that.
I mean, you guys find out, how, on Friday how neutral I am. I try to stay neutral because, like, man, I have been in some pretty horrendous beef in terms of like the crap I've had to deal with, and I am so not interested in being in more. And this was like manga 2 beef, and then the crazy dude on Instagram, and so I'm like, I try to see things from everyone's side. For the most part, I just don't, I mean, if someone blocks me, I really don't care. But it is interesting to see what people say once they block other people, and they think that, oh, this person can't see what I'm saying now. But yeah, he's very proud of this fire he started.
Really?
He's very proud.
But he won't come on here. That's crazy.
Oh no. See, that's the thing. When people get called out, they get a little scary. They make excuses. And that's all right, because this will be clipped up. This will be put on the Read the Dark Sage, and just like that manga collecting Twitter is soft video got spread around, this will get spread around too, and I'm cool with that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm cool with that.
But I see
the content, man.
I feel like this is such a good place to be able to come on Like I would have loved to have Manga Hero on Friday so people could hear what he has to say in a controlled environment. You know what I mean? Because like, dude, you're streaming on Twitch. Like, people can't just say horrendous things, even if they totally hate this guy. They're limited in what they can say without getting timed out or banned. You know what I mean? Where Twitter, it's like, no, they can just let loose.
I mean, you could put half naked women on Twitter. Well, I mean, you could put fully naked women on Twitter.
Fully naked,
which is a W for Twitter. That's a W.
I'm up for that too.
It's facts.
But you know,
That's why Instagram's dying.
But yeah, I think it would have been interesting, you know. And like I said in my stream, I don't think that trying to schedule something in the future is necessary. I think that's just dragging something out more than it needs to be.
Yeah.
But if you were to join tonight, I feel like it'd be different.
Yeah, I would invite him. I wouldn't just block him not coming on here. Like I said, I've invited him to come on when we did the whole smoke show tier list. Even though me and him got into a little debacle behind the scenes, we squashed it. We don't talk, but you know, this whole situation.
I think it's
behind
funny.
him.
How I keep seeing things to this day about the tier list drama, and it just cracks me up. Like what Manga Slot posts on Instagram, like we them B- boys or some shit like that. It's like,
we got a B- emote in here.
really.
Yes, it's like me like making a very shocked face with a B- right above me. Y'all spam the B- emote for me, please.
Spam that shit.
There we go, right there. Spam that B- emote, yes sir. But
yeah, when I seen someone post that on Friday, I was like, Chase, I had no idea you had this emote. That is so funny.
Oh no, someone in my Discord said, "Yo, you should," because people still like, whenever someone makes fun of me on the internet, and I don't take it, I never take it personally. I always put it in the Discord, and people like make it the meta for me. Like people be like, "Oh yeah, but that's just because Chase is just B-," and I'm like, "Dang, that's tough. I can't escape it. I'm just B-, dog. That's just me." But I want to talk about how this whole series of events kind of unfolded. But to give you guys a little bit of a background before we actually start, if y'all don't know who FireLunar is, Lunar, whatever his name is, Will, if y'all want to give him his name. And Will, if you're watching this, you're invited to come on right now. Discord.gg/TheDarkSage. You can come in the stream, come in the stage. Well, I'll invite you up here if you're watching this. Obviously, if you're watching a replay of this, then you can comment down below, I guess. But yeah, it's this guy on TikTok. I think he's gotten most of his following off of TikTok by doing manga restock alerts, I believe. And so he's obviously moved the audience to Twitter, which I think is great to diversify your social media platforms, because you don't want to just stick to one platform. And so he does these certain things where, you know, it's cool. He's helping out the community, just like Manga Alerts, who was a W Manga Alert Twitter account. He's a W Manga, which he also had some drama last night too, but he settled it and squashed it, which that's also W. But we're not gonna get into that. But you know, he just does certain things, and I'm gonna put my opinion into this right now through this background. He just comes off very, I will say the word is entitled. Like, he says certain things on Twitter that I don't necessarily jive with, I don't get down with. He complains about certain things, especially as a content creator. And I'm just like, dog, that's the name of the game. You just gotta keep it pushing. You just gotta keep doing your thing. You can't complain about this. You can't be ungrateful for the audience that you grew. You feel what I'm saying? And I've obviously made some tweets recently that he didn't like, especially the manga collecting Twitter is soft, which I think if you get offended by anything I say, that means that it applies to you. That's just my honest thoughts. And so he didn't like that. He unfollowed me after that. And so I see on my TL because he gets on Prom, which now we can start showing some tweets. I have some tweets right here, guys, for you to see. Prom made a tweet. He made it in July 13th, 2022, right? Oh, and I also want to say this FireLunar guy, for the background part, he likes, this is just some very weirdo, corny type of behavior for me, personally. I don't know, people might think about it differently. He likes to go on websites like eBay, Mercari, and all that type of stuff, secondary marketplaces. He likes to look at the worst deals. He likes to post them, or he likes to message the seller and kind of like, is the word scrutinize them? He likes to belittle them. He likes to like get on their case, like, why are you selling this for this? Haha, this is restocking. Yada yada whoop whoop whoop. I made a whole video about FireLunar on my channel. If you want to go check it out, it's Don't Fall for Scalpers / Flippers. And so Prom made this tweet, and it says 250 well spent at half price books. You know, that's cool. Prom had a little come up on July 13, 2022. And then, you know, he says something and this is just a little side note, a little side mission part. Keep in mind, this is the HPB that is charging 150 for the Death Note all in one. He puts that for, what's the word? For a disclaimer. And so, yesterday, this all happened yesterday. FireLunar says, hey, yo, what the F? And he looks at eBay, right? Like I told you, he just goes on eBay and Mercari just to look at bad price stuff so he could post it on Twitter so he could have a whole group of people laugh at it. He has this thing where he likes to form this mob so this whole mob can really be like, oh yeah, you're right. You're definitely right. In my opinion, I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm open to being proven wrong. So, he always does this. I guess he came across Prom's listing. And Prom isn't like someone who's hid that he's sold manga for higher prices. Because let's be real, guys. If I wanted a statue and I saw a little quick flip at half price books, I see a $20 manga that goes for like $500, and I want a JoJo statue, which is JoJo, of course. I'm gonna sell that manga for $500 and buy that JoJo statue. I'm not gonna. This is the thing. People think they're entitled to the retail price when you're not. You're not. So, Prom, FireLunar finds his tweet. He says, hey, yo, what the actual F? And he quote tweets this with Prom's tweet of, Prom doing the 250 well spent at half price books. Now, this is the thing, right? And it's funny because people got on Midnight Roboto saying people could buy manga and do whatever they want with it. But the same people are getting on Prom's case for him buying the manga and selling it for a higher price. That's crazy. That's crazy. People called him out for gatekeeping, and then now they're gatekeeping. I just want to put that out there. So he does this, right? This is what starts the whole thing. Because obviously PromG is a pretty big manga tuber, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? People know of the PromG. You know what I'm saying? WPromG. And it's not like Prom is really hiding the fact that he's selling manga. In fact, his eBay name is the PromG, which, my boy, you might want to change that.
I'll get into that too.
Not because of hiding. You probably made this before you got into actually manga collecting itself. I don't know, but yeah. See, that's the thing. I don't know. I don't have the full story behind your thing, which is why we have you here, which is great. And so, obviously, the PromG isn't really trying to hide that he's selling manga. I don't think he's really been trying to. He's never been the savior of guys. Never buy overpriced, overinflated manga prices. Don't buy manga for that. He's never been that guy. In fact, I'm pretty sure Prom has paid for manga that was for resale, not retail prices, but resale prices. Prom, have you done that?
That's half my collection.
Oh, so Prom, you told me that a lot of your collection you haven't paid retail for?
I am not like East Coast. I am not built to be patient. I am built to get what I want. If the price is right, I will get it. I'm not waiting around for less than retail like East. I respect it, but that's not me.
So Prom, did you go on like Twitter, maybe YouTube, or any type of social media platform? Did you complain about the prices that you had to pay, even though you bought it?
I don't think so. Like, granted, you could go. Lunar might watch this. Go find a tweet where I was like, "Damn, I gotta pay $300 for Phoenix Volume 10." Like, yeah. I probably have said, oh man, I really don't want to pay $300 for a book. But I'm not taking shots at the people who are doing so. That's just the name of the game. Out of print, I'm used to it. I know how it goes. We're not in a fantasy land where everything is retail. Sometimes you gotta fork over the dough. That's how it is.
And for people who don't know, I used to be in the Funko Pops, and I bought a Funko Pop for $1,000. Yeah, one Funko Pop for $1,000. Now, I want to give a little bit of context. I had a whole bunch of other Funko Pops, and I sold those Funko Pops to make up that $1,000. So I didn't spend any of my actual out-of-pocket money. And guess what? Those Pops I sold them for what they were worth on the secondary market, not for retail. Because I wanted to get something that was much expensive at the resale price that it was. And that's what I did with that $1,000 pop. I sold it for $3,000. I'm not selling that for $1,000 when I pay for $1,000 and it's worth $3,000. Shout out to Gotti for the sub. Yes, sir. But I know the name of the game. When it comes to collecting, and I hate that some collectors feel entitled to having to get something at retail because they're a fan of it. No. You play in the same game as all of us. If you haven't been in the hobby before, you got to pay the consequences from not being in it before. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but you got to realize there's just things that you can't get because those things aren't being made anymore. Those things didn't benefit the company beforehand. So people complained about that. You know, FireLunar, he posted this tweet, and this is what really got everybody in a little hubbub. And so I had to get this one little tweet, and it says, W-Prom, y'all mad his money up. I was like, dang, that's a W tweet right there. And then he says, yeah, such a effing W when real shoujo collectors would kill to have a full set of Red River for a good price nowadays. Get the F out of here. First of all, ain't no shoujo fan doing something like that because all shoujo fans are soft. Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, that was out of line. Nah, I'm still sticking with it. All shoujo fans is kind of soft. They're not doing something that deep. There has to be a seinen fan that had to do something like that. But you know, Will is on this shoujo Avenger task force type thing happening now because a lot of people are really getting into shoujo because of this recent con that happened or whatever. So you know, a lot of bandwagoners happening right now. And so he also quote tweets his "Ayo, what the F" tweet with, "This is your fault, by the way, Shoujo Beat. Reprint this series." Him demanding another company to do something is crazy.
I'm a disagree with you on that.
No, he's demanding. That's different. Like you, like, hey, you need to do this. Now,
Yeah.
Now if a whole bunch of people band together, like, and say, "Hey, yo, do this," yeah. But I feel like he's doing it with the intention of he's the one person to just change it all. He's the avatar. He's gonna save.
Okay.
He's gonna save the shoujo fans. he's gonna be the one person to really add shoujo beats and get that series to really just come back.
Because I think if you blame anybody, or maybe not blame, but if you're gonna go to anybody about this situation, you're gonna go to the publishers, the people who actually have control over the situation. And to say that I personally, for selling Red River at market price, is hurting the shoujo community, no.
You're the only person hurting it, Prom. I want you to know that right now. You're the only person. So I think the thing is with this, I think shoujo fans need to band together and actually tell these companies and be like, hey, y'all all need to mass at them for whatever y'all want. Because if they see there's enough demand, they'll probably put it in supply. Like they'll put it in stores and things like that. But this probably wasn't selling. They probably went bankrupt. I don't know what happened on the actual marketing or the money side of all this happening, right? And so I never actually heard of this series until Prom. I'm gonna be real with y'all. But then again, I'm the shonen guy. I like Dragon Ball Z. I like JoJo's. That's the type of stuff that I'm on. I'm not on this Red River. That just sounds soft. But to me, it can have so many type of stuff in there. I don't know. Prom, I got a question for you though. A lot of people were wondering this, and I know East talked about it, but you know, this is, you know, on this side of the stream, and some people might not have heard. I know a lot of people are having this this problem, whether or not you've read the series or not. Did you try the series out, Prom?
Yeah, so I am currently reading Red River, and I think I said that I was doing so in my manga haul video that a lot of people are pulling up. And so here's the deal.
Okay.
When you're selling a manga set for over $1,000, it is not going to sell overnight. So my intention, when I saw Red River on the shelf, I'm gonna buy this with the intention to sell. But like I said in videos previous, I do want to get into shoujo because I don't know jack about shoujo. So what a good opportunity to have volumes of Red River, one of the apparently best shoujo series, in my collection for some amount of time. So I'm gonna buy these, I'm gonna list them, and I'm gonna read them for as long as I can, and when they sell, I'm gonna ship it off. And if I liked what I read Red River, I'll just read online. Who cares?
Very understandable.
Because owning 28 books worth $1,200 in this case is not equivalent in value to me getting $1,200 of cold hard cash to put towards things like school. It's just not the same.
Aren't you also a college student as well, Prom? It's crazy. I'm assuming full time. You don't have to put that business out there if you don't want to. But guys, college is hard.
And I got a part-time job, and I do YouTube. People tell me to get a job, saying like, "Oh yeah," I think Lunar said, "Oh yeah, I know people who had a part-time job. They didn't have to scalp manga to pay for school or pay for their hobbies." Dog, I got a job.
Hey, guess what? They working harder, not smarter. I'm just saying. Look, if I saw a quick little come up like that for $1,200, that's a whole little stimmy package. You don't think I'm taking that? Especially for something that I really don't care about? You gotta be out of your goddamn mind. So, we're gonna continue with these tweets. Like I said, I'm in my journalism sage bag right now. We have my best friend has come into the mix. You feel what I'm saying? My best friend came into the mix. And I always say that because I see her tweets a lot on my TL, and I have no problem with her. I just see her tweets a lot on my TL, and even though I'm like, hey, Twitter, don't stop putting her tweets on my TL. I don't want to see that. They still do it. And I'm like, dog, I'm tired of seeing her tweets. Nothing against her, but ever since I've seen her come into the mix, I'm judging based off of what I've seen. Ever since I've seen her come to the mix, there's been a rush of shoujo fans right behind her. I'm like, that's cool. I have no problem with that. When I see you crapping on shonen, that's when we gotta have to dial it back a bit. You feel what I'm saying? And she says the after effects of editor Nancy. I don't get that. Can any of you two explain that to me, please?
I think editor Nancy, again, this is a rabbit hole that I don't have the time to go down to, but I was compared to this person, and I think that this is somebody who works for Viz or someone like involved with Shoujo Beat. People, want these series to be reprinted, and apparently she was like rude to them and basically said, yeah, there's no chance, like we're not doing it. I don't know. That's what I got from her. But apparently they're like a rude person who actually has control over what is reprinted Shoujo Beat wise.
So there was a lot of drama, like, I don't know, maybe it was like 2 weeks ago, and there was this like long couple paragraphs that were posted, screenshotted from somewhere, and supposedly it was from this editor who worked for Shoujo Beat. I don't know the backstory on how legit it is, but it was shared everywhere. And to put everything she said short, it was basically like, listen, these series went out of print, years ago in the early 2000s, mid 2000s. Because you guys didn't buy them, that's your fault. They went out of print, and don't expect or be entitled to reprints because you guys let these series go out of stock, which is a bit crazy because like most of the people who want these series right now were like children when those series went out of stock. Like a lot of them went out of stock when Borders closed down. And so people were like going a little crazy over that. And at that same time, Shoujo Beat's Twitter page was also blocking people left and right for asking for reprints. So they had no interest in discussion. I don't know if that Nancy person is a legit source, if she's a legit editor, but according to everyone posting, it seemed pretty legit. And she was like, she was going off on people, that part definitely was not right.
Okay, so I don't agree with how she went about it. I get the sentiment because as a consumer that really doesn't care about this, and I'm being a realist as a collector, y'all aren't entitled to the reprints. Y'all aren't. The company's gonna do what they want to do. They're gonna do whatever is gonna make them the most money. I think a lot of people, and Base Senpai, my sworn rival / enemy, has said it best, because I think it was him that said it. People on Twitter are just like in such a small circle that they think that everybody else probably wants these things, and everybody else really doesn't. Like, it's just a small group of people that want this. And I feel like if they really wanted this, they could, and I heard you talk about this on your stream a little bit, East, they could do a pre-order system where kind of like limited run games like they did with that Aria series. I'm pretty sure when either y'all or Elite Collector, some people in the manga community pre-ordered it, and if you didn't pre-order it, you could not get that series. But I feel like that also comes with its own problems because people are like, oh, I didn't have the money. Oh, I didn't know there was a pre-order. Oh, I wasn't able to meet the deadline in time. There's so many other problems that could come with that. I don't know if this will really... I think this can make maybe some money now. Maybe. But I'm not sure if it's really... what's the word? Beneficial for them to put this in full production for everybody to get it. What do you guys think?
You can go, Prom. You can go.
Okay, yeah, there are like... I think there are 7 volumes that are in print of Red River right now. So that means there are over 20 volumes that have not been in print for, what, like a decade? I don't know the timeline, but for a while. Like, so to get this whole operation back up, to get all of those books reprinted in mass quantities to fulfill everybody's needs, I don't think is realistic. I kind of like what you said about the whole pre-order thing, like with Aria. I mean, that was also a series that had been out of print in that format for a long time, and it fulfilled a lot of people's needs or once in that case. I think it was a good thing. Yeah, it does come with issues, but I think that would be a good route to go, if anything.
Yeah, something like limited run games, but then shoujo fans are going to find some way to blame the company, saying, oh, the company held back stock so they could put it on eBay and mark it up to a higher price, and a whole bunch of BS that comes with. So it's a very slippery slope to go down. So my best friend commented on this tweet right here. And so after that, Lunar quote tweets his what the F tweet with same guy, by the way, and he posted Prom's video. He posted a link to it. And then Prom replied to it saying, who needs context for the video when you can look at the title and call it an argument? And it has Thanos cooking.
Yeah, he really thought he was cooking with that tweet.
Oh, like, yo, I gotta like that. That's hey, Prom, your comebacks in here, you need a little clutch, because your comebacks in here was hilarious.
It's so easy when they don't know what they're talking about. It's like you're really gonna come at me with absolutely nothing. You're shooting blanks at me.
Pause. First of all, pause.
Pause. Yeah. Oh.
Come on, man.
But I mean, come on. Really? That might be one of the funniest parts of this whole beef is how many people ran with that narrative of like, oh, he's a hypocrite because he posted this video about scalping, but you didn't watch the video.
Yeah,
it's two different topics.
And so, as usual, chat, every time FireLunar has something to say, Prom came through with the "You triggered my trap card." Hey, and that ish was hilarious. So, and I just want to throw my boy Sam in here because Sam is a W. You're really going to act like a national business whose mission statement is based on selling cheap books is comparable to a college kid selling one series they own? Then will reselling equals reselling, my G. Let me give him a little beef. He gets a little beef for that. And so Prom comes out with a very horrible apology tweet. Guys, I'm sorry you had to find out this way. I resell out of print manga at aftermarket value to fund my hobby and pay for schooling. Feel free to unfollow. I want to know all the people that really just unfollow Prom. I really want to know. Prom, did your followers just tank after that?
I have only been gaining followers, my friend.
Oh, such a W, such a W. Now, Prom, Prom did the apology tweet, and then Will wanted to quote tweet this because Will he just loves to be in other people's business, from what I've seen. I could be wrong, I don't know him, but from this instance, he was just all up in Prom's grill. You feel what I'm saying? He said, "This you though?" And then he posted a YouTube video, one of Prom's videos. And Prom replied, "This video is about the broken pricing software Half Price Books uses that overprices in-stock manga," which I agree with. I remember that video. That was a W video. And then I posted a video of me getting on Will because Will got mad one time when he posted a note, a note, on Mercari and eBay, or just Mercari, and he put on the note the box sets and where to buy the box sets. And he got mad at Mercari for taking that down because Mercari said that's not an item that you could sell. And he got mad at Mercari for that. And I just had to say, "This you?" I had to call him back. I'm like, "Yo, you're not about to get on Prom. We're not gonna do that." And so he quote tweets Prom's tweet again. This video is about broken pricing software, whatever. And literally, Will quotes it with a picture saying "LOL." I just don't get this, guys. You guys can let me know what's happening right here. I just don't know. Prom, can you explain this to me? He posted a picture.
What was the picture?
He posted a picture. It says "insane manga haul you will ever see, 80+ volumes," and he puts "LOL." And I guess he put the closed captions on saying, "Are probably a million shoujo manga collectors who are way more." I don't know what it says for the rest of that.
So basically, in that video, I said, I'm extremely lucky to have found this set for as cheap as I did, and there are probably a million shoujo collectors who deserve it more. I was making a joke. I was like, it's like, what are this could have gone to such better hands. People who actually had spent years, but as luck would have it, it fell right into my lap, and that's just how it is. It's like it's just So I don't really know what he was going at with posting those closed captions. And Colleen, I don't know if you mentioned her earlier, she also kind of took those screenshots and ran with them.
I got a few screenshots. I like 1 or 2 screenshots of her.
Yeah, we'll get to that, but yeah, people. I mean, I don't even really know how to defend what I said. It's just like something I said is like a joke. Like, yeah, there are a million people who probably deserve it more, but fuck it, I'm getting that bag.
So this is my philosophy. RIP to the GOAT, Kevin Samuels. No one deserves anything. You get what you earn. You feel what I'm saying? You get what you earned and worked for.
Ayo, Prom though. We are gonna need to change something on this post, my guy. You cannot be out here charging this much and adding $40 for shipping.
Nah, that's for the insurance. He gotta get a big box for that. That's for the insurance.
So crazy. People
listen.
This is such a common thing that it's just how you sell things. If I listed something for like $1,300.
Hold up, pause a second. Will likes MILFs. Is that you, FireLunar? Because you're invited to come through.
No. That's not him.
That's not him? Oh, okay. Okay.
Not him.
I thought that was him because someone said L ads and he said W ads. So I'm like, oh, he trying to stop the gospel from being spitting. I'm like, oh, that's crazy.
Not him.
Okay, cool. I thought that was him. I'm about to invite him up in this stage. All right, but I'm sorry. Keep going.
Like I was saying, it's just a strategy that people have been doing since the beginning of online listing. They'll lower the price, but add a little bit to the shipping, so it looks like an attractive price. And then when you go to actually buy it, add on the shipping or whatever. Which I don't even think 40 for this package is an obscene amount because again, I'm shipping a box with media mail that's probably going to be around $15 to $20. Plus, I'm going to have to insure for $1,300. That is going to add an expense a little bit. That's going to be around $30 to $40 total.
Oh, are you? Oh, whoa! That sounds familiar. It's like you put in the shipping prices.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Oh, insuring an expensive package? No. Prom didn't do that.
Listen, I say Prom accepts an offer off of eBay on Cash App. No insurance, no shipping. He just sends it out.
Let's do this.
Who needs security?
Let's start like some sort of raffle in this Discord. I'll just give it out for free, as long as you are a fan of shoujo, because you're entitled to it.
Oh yeah,
so that's one.
As long as you burn the entire set on camera.
I was thinking about buying a Malaysian set off eBay and just like burning it or something like that, like one that looks like one that looks like
go crazy.
Oh my God.
You have to put it down on Twitter. It's gonna go.
That would be so fire, but then at the same time, I'd have to spend hundreds of dollars on fake manga, and it's like,
That's true.
That's something I have been outspoken about, so maybe I won't do that.
Okay. And so Prom reacts to he replies to Will saying, "I still stand by this." He puts the crying emoji. I think it's just the icing on the cake. And Will says, "Sell them for a good price, then." LOL. Not hard. Him demanding someone to sell something for a good price is insane. Like a regular person to just sell something at a good price. I know goddamn well he has no interest in buying this. He's just acting like such a manga collecting social justice warrior. I don't want to put the social justice warrior, but this is on social media and he's acting like he's doing some justice and he thinks he's a warrior in this situation.
He's for the people. He's for the working man.
No, he's not.
He can't afford rare collectibles, but should have them anyway.
Oh, a luxury item? Something that we don't need, like East said?
Yeah, East hit it right on the head. It's like this is a luxury collector's item. You don't see people making these kinds of arguments for rare comics, out of stock or out of print figures. I don't know the correct term, like rare ass anime figures, Pokemon cards. Like you don't see the argument for any other collectible hobbies.
But
when it comes
they deserve
manga,
it.
People feel entitled.
But Prom, they deserve it. They're a fan.
Facts. Manga collecting is a hobby until you get into out of print series, and I know some people have been posting on Twitter a lot. They're like, oh, well, it's not fully out of print. It's not fully out of print. You can still buy some copies off Right Stuff. Well, obviously there's enough volumes out of print to make this an extremely expensive series.
If I was
Like, I know
selling
Chase
only
was
those
saying-
7 volumes, then they might have an argument.
Yeah, and I know Chase was saying he just heard about this series from all this drama happening. But like I said earlier, like I only heard of this series like a year and a half ago because of how expensive it was. Not because it's good, not because it's amazing, but how expensive it was. So, like this is a very common trend for this series.
So people are
Notorious.
just mad that they can't get something that's not available to them. Is that what you're telling me, East?
You know, I think it might be. I think it might be.
Oh, so sad. Oh, so sad. And so some of these people will get crazy. Just like Authentic was saying, sneakers. Oh no, they wouldn't last over there. So
I had to real quick. I had to explain to Manga Hero too, because he wasn't in that community, and coming from that community, one of our discussions via DMs was like, because we're talking about hauls, like the amount of money that we spend in hauls, even expensive big hauls, dude, are nothing compared to like a sneaker haul. Like one sneaker, bro, one sneaker being $300 is like on the low end. Like that.
Because sneakers are already retailing at like
crazy.
200 something right now.
Yo, exactly.
Like I was spending $100 per T-shirt back in those days.
On
Yes.
Supreme.
Yes.
Yeah, the arm tee, man. Still got it.
So my best friend Colleen, she said something. It's not just 500% markup on a series you got for less than 250. It's also the fact that you said shoujo collectors were more deserving and were excited to get into shoujo on the haul video you made while already having it listed on eBay for at least a week prior. So as a content creator, I think that she should understand this. There's probably a gap, right? Prom, East, y'all could attest for this. I could be wrong. I don't know. There's a gap between you getting the manga, filming the manga, editing the manga video, and then putting the manga video on YouTube. Am I correct? Or do y'all just all do that within the same hour? Y'all can prove me wrong.
No, I said that's probably what he did, because I remember him posting that, and then his haul wasn't until later that month.
Yeah, what I bought the manga, and then I didn't actually post the picture, like the 250 at half price books, until I think about two days later.
Okay.
And then I don't know where that landed. You said the tweet was on the 13th?
Yeah, I think so.
And yeah, the haul, you can check when the haul video came out, probably somewhere in the 20s of July, whatever. So I probably listed the manga. Keep in mind, I also had to hunt down 3 volumes. So I had to wait for those to ship before I listed the complete set, which took probably a week. So I would say timeline, it was probably a week, if not more, from when I bought them to when I posted them on eBay and Mercari.
So it's crazy because Colleen said that you posted this a week prior to the haul video. You said you just went up, straight up, got it, and just posted it. Anything to say to that, bro?
Okay, let me think this through, because this time, so you're saying I posted on eBay before the haul.
She said we're excited to get into shoujo on the haul video you made while already having it listed on eBay for at least a week prior.
That may be true. I will say that may be true. But again, what I already explained earlier, my intentions with this set, I intended to sell it, but I also intended to read it, specifically the physical volumes, for as long as I could.
So you intended to have a good time, but not a long time with it.
Exactly. And she says that I feel like she's implying that I'm lying when I said I was looking to get into shoujo because I listed the set. This is not true. I have been reading Red River. I have been enjoying it, and I also have been buying other series like Peach Girl and Basara, which has been a holy grail of mine for like a year now. So no lies were told. No lies were told.
Also, gentlemen, let's break this down for a second. All right.
Okay.
So she says it's not just the 500% markup. Okay. So now we're eliminating the markup from this conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
from this post. She said it's also that you said shoujo collectors were more deserving and were excited to get into shoujo on the haul video you made. Okay. So
Sam said that Will said he'd hop in stream.
But
well, that's that. I don't think.
Bring him out.
Tell him to come in the Discord. Discord.gg/thedarksage. I'm sorry, East. Keep going.
No, I was just saying. All right, so like, we're looking at that now, and like technically speaking, all right, if we're talking about how she said that, you know, that Prom said there's shoujo collectors who are more deserving, technically isn't he giving one of those people a chance by posting it and not keeping it?
This is something I'll speak on this. This is something that
expensive,
crossed my mind.
But
See, I didn't want to come out and say like I'm some sort of savior for flipping manga. But, you know, if you look at the baseline facts, I am giving somebody an opportunity. Somebody who doesn't frequent the only half-price books in the state of Iowa. Every other person who once read River, who doesn't live in Iowa, and frequent this one store, I'm giving an opportunity. I have created an opportunity to buy this series for market price. One of the cheaper listings, if I'm not mistaken, that is currently listed on the internet.
And people will still be mad because it's expensive, which I get. I get people want a series, they get emotional, and they want it for cheaper. But technically speaking, I think it would be worse if you didn't like Red River and you were just keeping it to essentially hoard it or to show it off in your bookcase and be like, yeah, no, I'm not reading this. I'm never looking to read this. And, you know, all right, nobody has an option to buy it. You know, granted, you know, sure, it'd be great if you were pricing it for some amazing price and, you know, not, you know, being able to get all your money from it. But it's like, you're still at least posting it on there. And if people don't buy it, I'm sure you would probably drop the price after a certain amount of time, because it's like, why hold on to this?
Yeah, naturally. Like if the value's not there, I got shit to pay for. And even if I didn't like Red River, which is looking like will not be the case, because I've been honestly surprised by how much I'm enjoying it so far. But if that was the case, like, yeah, I would. There's no point in me keeping it. The value would definitely not be there for me to keep it.
All right. I'm trying to see if Will's gonna come through, because I thought Light Yagami sent him an invite last night. He didn't, because obviously me and Prom are both blocked. And he messaged him saying there's a Twitch stream with Prom and Sage. They're inviting you. Are you gonna show up? And he says, I haven't seen anything about that. Can you link it? Yeah, you ain't gonna say anything about it if you block us.
Yeah, I don't. You're free to block whoever you want. After all, it's social media. But if you're gonna block me for defending myself and then you're just gonna like talk about me or like make further points where I have no opportunity to refute what you're saying. It's like the same thing with this. Like, I'm giving all these points, but he's just not gonna see it. Like, ignorance is bliss in this case. You could just block it out and keep on going.
Well, Prom, if you were able to respond, he wouldn't be able to control the narrative. What are you talking about, Prom? Why would he want you to? He won't be able to control it if you have something to actually rebuttal. You feel what I'm saying?
It wouldn't be good for strategy. No.
Yeah, Light Yagami, send him the link. I can't do it. I'm blocked. But Colleen, you know, she says what she says. So, Prom, next time do 499% markup, not 500%. All right.
Is that what the line is?
Yeah, the line was the line is 499.99. That's the line. You just went a percent above. Yeah, you just went 0.01% above. Don't do that again, bro. And so, come on, man, what we doing? And so someone else quote tweets Will's tweets, and no, everything that's in line with the narrative that he's trying to spread, he's retweeting that. He's not trying to actually have a civil conversation with people who are trying to have like good comebacks with all these takes. But someone says, yet you make videos like these for your channel. She's quote tweeting Prom. Yet you make videos like these for your channel. We all have the same hobby, bills to pay, and basic necessities to buy. Obviously, all of us don't. All of us do not. But not all of us pretend that we're going to read a series they got and then sell it at a ridiculous price. Yeah, you're right. Not everybody does that, but some people do it. She's acting like nobody does that. Prom, what do you have to say about that? She said that you bought it literally just to pretend to read it so you could sell it. Whoa.
These people act like they can read my mind, and they create these things that fit the point they're trying to push across for whatever reason. I don't know these people. I don't know. I don't know if they have anything against me prior to this. Nothing that, I mean, who knows? Who knows? I've had some opinions,
Mm-hmm.
But this tweet where she said, everybody has bills to pay or something like that. It's like, so aren't you kind of acknowledging why what I'm doing is okay?
Well, Prom, no, she thinks
You
you're just a greedy pig. She thinks you're a greedy pig. You just got it just to get money. That's it. Not for bills, not for necessities. Just to have it. That's what she's saying.
Yeah, see, I don't get that.
Yeah, I really don't like this take because for all she knows, you could have read it for a week. You probably wasn't feeling it, but I mean, it was at a steal of a price. Because let's be real, Prom. If you was interested in the series, you're not just gonna be like, oh, let me buy 3 volumes and let me come back next week and get the rest if I like them. No, you're gonna buy the whole thing right then and there. You're gonna read some of it, and if you don't like it, you're gonna sell it. And you're not just gonna sell it for the price you got it for. You're gonna sell it for above. You're gonna sell it for what it's worth.
When I found the volumes at Half Price Books, the 2 of the volumes that were missing was 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. So in my mind, it's like somebody went there and was like, oh yeah, this looks interesting. Let me buy the first 2. If I read it, I'll come back at the rest. It's like, little did they know. Big Bad PromG was ready to come and scoop that deal up.
Oh man. Will is ducking the smoke. Will is ducking the smoke, guys. Let me put this out. Let me put this out so people can see this. Will is ducking the smoke. He says, Light Yagami sent him the stream. He says join. They're waiting. He says LMAO. They're gonna keep waiting because I'm playing Apex Legends. I do not care.
In defense, I'm gonna give Will a little bit of defense here. I'll play devil's advocate.
Okay, go ahead.
Coming into a stream again with 3-1 against people who do not agree with you, and to have, I'll go on a limb and say some bitter opinions of you and how you carry yourself. That's not an easy thing to do. What is easy is to spew a bunch of nonsense and behind a screen and tell a bunch of lies and run some false narrative, try to slander me. That's something easy, but to come onto a stream like this, I will admit, it's not an easy thing. At the very least, I hope when my video goes live, should be Tuesday, shameless plug.
Oh, wait, Tuesday,
make a TikTok
on what channel?
or a Twitter.
What channel? What's the channel name?
PromG, one and only.
Oh, the PromG, Tuesday.
1 p.m. CST.
You know what the worst part is about this too? Is, and I'm not speaking on his character because I actually don't, like, except for this whole drama, like, I follow him and I've seen some of his posts, but I haven't really seen anything that's like controversial. I haven't been paying attention that much to some of the stuff he posts. But I have a good feeling like he may not even watch this portion. He just knows that people are DMing him, trying to get him in stream. And I could see him posting something being like, oh, like these manga tubers wanted me to come on stream so they could roast me and do this and do that, where it's like, that's not the narrative, but he could easily spin that, you know what I mean? And he could, like, someone could easily just pick apart different clips and post this and be like, oh, it's like, no, that's not what's happening, you know what I mean? But I don't know. It is what it is.
So my thing is, if he were to come in here, and I see Sam said that we can set ground rules, just let Prom and Will talk back and forth. Of course. But I would want to get both of their sides first, because while I don't like what Will said, like I always say, I'm open to being wrong. So if he comes in here and he starts spinning some facts that really just paint PromG in a really bad way, like just a really, really bad way, and I'm just like, yo, he kind of spin right now, I'm gonna have to say that. But I'm still on Prom's side, based off of everything I know and based off of what I've seen of Prom's character off of social media, obviously. So I'm not the type to just really attack somebody like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if we having a fun anime debate, then yes. Yeah. But if I would literally let them go at both. I'm gonna let them have both of their sides of talking, and I would just want me and East to be mediators, basically. If he was to come on, I'm not gonna attack him.
Yeah, I'm the same way in that regard, where I am always open to have people criticize me. I'm a content creator. I came onto YouTube, and I didn't expect to not receive any criticism. That's what you sign up for when you start pushing out content and sharing opinions. So if he wants to come try and change my mind, I will say it's not going to be easy, because I'm very confident and unapologetic about what I do, because I don't feel I'm doing anything wrong. But if he wants to come, and if he does present some new way of looking at things, that's great. I'm always free to having my mind changed.
Yeah, I'm definitely willing to have a different perspective on the situation, because obviously I'm on a situation of a lot of people were trying to spin this on, one, it's because you're a manga tuber, and manga tubers are a curse to manga collecting. That's what some people think.
This is true.
I don't get that narrative. I don't get it. I'm pretty sure that we've gotten DMs where we have inspired people to collect or make content based off of collecting, certain things like that. And it's very hypocritical for Will to be like retweeting these certain tweets. In my eyes, it's very hypocritical for him to do that when he makes content centered around him manga collecting and him talking about manga restocks and alerts, because you're also making content around manga content. So I don't get why we're the ones that are bad, but anyone else on any other platform that makes manga content, whether it be on Instagram posts, on manga collectors, they're not bad at all. But manga tubers are the bad ones. I don't get that narrative trying to be spread right there.
Yeah, to kind of piggyback off that, like you mentioned with DMs and people being inspired, I don't think I can count on the number of times I've received hate just out of nowhere on one hand. 99.99% of what I get and the feedback I get is purely positive. People saying they like my videos, that inspired them to, try things that weren't the mainstream. Not taking a shot at you, but things. That's kind of a reputation I have. From stealing things that Weebros read and calling it my own manga taste. People think that
that's not stealing it. You're just taking what's rightfully yours.
Exactly. Yeah. So like, the only time I've ever received hate or backlash is from situations like this, where somebody will go out of the way to call me out to their own followers, and then their followers will come to me. But other than that, like, I don't understand the hate for manga tubers whatsoever on places like Reddit.
Also, someone says he is also a hypocrite because he used to resell too. I've been seeing that on Twitter too. Will used to resell.
I've been seeing that too. And part of me wants to see, like, send me the pictures. But part of me also thinks people are allowed to change their values. So depending, if this was last week, yeah, maybe you're a hypocrite. If this is 5 years ago and you used to sell manga and now he doesn't think that's right, you're free to change your values on what you think is right and wrong. It's like when people dig up old tweets about what people say when they've obviously changed as a person. It's like you're free to grow and change your values. So I don't think that he's a hypocrite necessarily in that sense, if it's something he used to do way back when. But I don't know. I don't know the context.
So in this scenario that we're in, he used to resell. In the scenario that I'm playing right now, this hypothetical situation, he used to resell, but he's clowning you for it. He's getting on your back. Do you think it's a bit hypocritical because he's not coming to you from a place of understanding of why you might be doing this? And like, hey, yo. In fact, because the thing is, he put you on a public platform. He didn't DM me. Well, did he DM you? Did he, like...
No, I may have responded to one of his tweets in my life. I've never had a direct conversation with this guy in my entire life.
So someone who potentially resold in this situation that we're painting right now. Well, I don't know if this is true, chat. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. In this hypothetical situation, he resells. Boom, he doesn't resell anymore because he's like, you know what? It's not fair to everybody. Yada, yada. He comes to this epiphany. And, months, years, I don't know, however many times later, he sees someone else reselling. But instead of like going into the DMs, which I think is a man-to-man, like a man thing to do, is just talk to that person directly and not put him on blast. Instead of him going into DMs and be like, hey, I seen your post of this, so-and-so, is this you? Instead of him doing that, all the confronting in the DMs, instead I felt he went on the public platform, put you on blast, and expected his followers to follow suit with him. How do you feel about that? Do you think that that's hypocritical?
We know that that's not what he does. I mean, you look at, like you mentioned earlier, he'll go to Makari and he'll DM them, but it's for the greater purpose of putting them on blast for his own followers, for what I'm assuming is traction, or for people to say, oh yeah, man, you're right. The moral compass aligned perfectly. But it's like, yeah, we know he's not going to do that. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect him to come at me in the first place like this. But I mean, it's just, we've seen this 1,000 times before from him. I don't think it's really any surprise.
I think it just hits a little bit more at home because it's not like you're a random person that none of us know. We know who ThePromG is from the videos. And it's not like you were hiding that you resold manga. So I think the thing is, like, he thinks that he could just call out on random people, but the one time he can find a manga tuber doing it, Oh, it's his big break. Hypothetically speaking, I don't know how his mind was at the time, obviously. So it's a bit clout chasing in the sense of how we use it now. I just think he was doing it for attention and to paint you to be the bad guy. I could be wrong. I don't know, but that's how.
Yeah, people have painted him as a clout chaser. I followed him. I liked seeing manga restocks. I'm all for people dedicating pages to that. I think it's good work for the community. I'd never seen him clout chasing, really, but I mean, people are saying that this is not the first time that he started up some shit for clout. I don't know. I just don't know.
So guys, we got a little bit more news. Light Yagami has sent him further DMs. Will said he doesn't care, and Light Yagami says, "All right, no worries." And then Will says, "Yeah, thanks for letting me know, though. It gave me a good laugh. Appreciate it, G." And then Light Yagami said, "I think Prom said he wanted to have one-on-one conversation with you. He doesn't want to argue. He said he just wants to have a civilized conversation. Could you hear him out?" And then Will said, "Are you the middleman?" LOL. I'm over it. I don't care. That's what Will says. And then after that, Light Yagami says, "No, I'm on the stream, and I think they said they wanted to hear your perspective and come to a logical conclusion. But if you don't want to join, it's cool. Just want you to know what's going on." And he says, Will says, thank you. Yeah, I'm just gonna play Apex."
Hey, fair enough.
Yeah,
he doesn't
it
have
is.
to come on here if he doesn't want to. All I'm saying is that it would be much more productive if he truly did have a point he wanted to get across. If he wanted to call me out for the good of the community, it would be way more productive to come onto a stream rather than to tweet for 2 days.
One-sided while you're blocked too.
This is a little important for me though, and he can be mad at me for saying this. I mean, I'm not blocked, but for him to say
last words.
For him to say I'm over it, I don't care, that is incredibly childish. That is like on some man-child level, because he's the one who started the beef. He's the one who, technically speaking, is affecting your social reputation, which I know you don't care, but some people would be a lot more effective. Like, let's say you didn't go through the Reddit thing, and now you're going through this, and you're having you're having the same reaction as the first time. Like, that's what a lot of people would go through the first time. And the fact that him starting drama and then being like, I don't care, I'm over it. I understand if he doesn't want to come on stream tonight. That's totally fine. That's fine. It's short notice. It's whatever. But like, for him to just act like, oh, like I don't care. Like I'd rather play video games, and not put in any effort to actually, as a man, speak to you. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. And like I've seen that. Like, there was probably one time where I did that with a very small manga tuber, because he said one thing about the community which I was not a huge fan of. He called the community toxic because he didn't like manga hauls. And this was like 2 years ago. Creator does not create videos anymore. He's long gone.
I remember that. He had good videos too, man. That's a shame.
Yeah, no, he did. And I got a little, I got upset because of his usage of the term toxic. And I posted something on Twitter. I didn't call him out. I never like named him. But like, he knew what he said, so then he DM'd me. And at first I was like, man, like I don't even want to talk about it. Like I'm good. Like And then like I'm like, all right, let me actually be an adult about the situation and talk to him. And although I still didn't agree with what he said and his usage and stuff like that, I did understand like why he said it, whatever. And we at least were able to hash the beef. Which wasn't even beef. Like I said, I just didn't like the way he said something. But like, since then I haven't done it, because it's just like you realize now, like, sometimes you just need to think before you post, and it's like, is this really worth posting? And I'm not even saying he thinks he's in the wrong now. I just think like it's childish behavior to start drama or start beef and then completely try to take yourself out of it and act like it's it's whatever. I don't know. That bothers me a little bit.
The reason I don't like it, like you said, he's literally exactly what you said. He started it, and my thing is, since he wants to keep this narrative of Prom is the bad guy, don't forget, guys, I'm retweeting all this stuff so you can remember. instead of him having the conversation, coming on with us and actually getting a bit more perspective on the situation. Because this video, for those who are wondering, this is going to be on the YouTube channel as long as it's going to stay up here for a bit, for 2 weeks before Twitch deletes it. He could literally watch this video and retweet it to people, so that way they can see this conversation that we're having, this productive conversation where we're trying to move forward and get a better perspective on both sides. But now, no one from that audience of people who are really just slandering or dissing Prom, no one's ever probably going to see this stream or watch this video. So that's the sad part about everything. They're just going to have this narrative of Prom. Whenever they see Prom, they're like, oh, that flipper, that dirty flipper. Because some people were saying some very nasty things about you, Prom. I know you've probably seen it. And
I actually didn't see a whole lot. I saw the thing you talked, like, someone wishes I would, like, step on thorns. I mean, that's like the worst thing that I think I saw.
Someone said that you are a decent human being.
Ah.
I heard I seen at least one, like, pretty fucked up thing, which was, like, attacking, like, you personally. And it was a reply to a tweet, but it was one of those hidden replies where you gotta, like, show it because it's like Twitter doesn't like what the person said, but then doesn't, like, have an issue with them posting it. I don't understand how that all works, but that was kind of the stuff that I didn't like. Obviously I didn't. People are open to their opinion. They can say whatever they want about the reselling and stuff like that, but it's just, like, weird when people get so upset they, like, resort to personal attacks. Also the fact that, he says he's over it, but he, like, posted let me see if I can find it. It was like, where did I see it? He, like, just replied like 4 hours ago or something like that, about, like, the fire he started or something like that. I forget exactly where it is. But
I started?
Oh, wait.
He
I think I've seen it.
Okay.
I think I've seen it. Someone sent it in my Discord. Was it the thing where it's like, where is it? I think I've seen it a while ago.
It was something.
Oh, I started a fire. Dead emoji. Ha 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 ha. Was it that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
So here it goes right here. I started a fire. Dead emoji. Ha 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 ha. I like how he acknowledges that he started drama, and he doesn't want to try to resolve it. He doesn't want to be a man about actually resolving this issue.
Well, it's in it. Yeah. Sorry.
Keep going. No, keep going.
No, I was just gonna say. So, like, and this just kind of popped in my head too. My reasoning at the time for not wanting to squash that specific beef. The other beefs I've been in are totally different, but that specific beef was because, like, I was nervous about being not proven wrong, but, like, the fact that I posted what I posted was a mistake. Like, I didn't want to have to realize that I kind of posted a mistake, and luckily I didn't call him out. Like, I'm not that type of person, but I wonder if there's a part of that where you don't want to grow. You don't want there to be any regret for what you posted. You know what I mean?
I also see this on this picture, and I could be reaching into this a bit too much. Y'all know how on Twitter you can make it to where only certain people can reply to the tweet?
Yeah.
Yep. I think he has it on this tweet because the little reply thing is, like,
grayed out.
It's transparent. Yeah, it's grayed out.
Yeah.
So I think he like I said, he's really trying to spin this narrative, which is crazy.
I saw that too. I don't know if that's because you and me are blocked, therefore we
don't. No. Someone sent this. Someone sent that.
Oh, really?
Someone sent that screenshot.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that was someone else who was able to see his stuff, screenshotted it.
My big issue, if I do have one, with him basically trying to walk away from this that he started, is that I want him to either double down and say, after all of this information that has been presented to me, the truth behind my motives in buying this series, that I have actually been reading and enjoying Red River, and the fact that it is at market value, all this stuff, everything that I've given my piece, for him to either double down and say, you know what, I still don't agree with you.
Yeah.
Or to just say, you know what, I didn't know. I didn't know the situation, and, I want him to either double down and say, you know what, I still don't agree with you. Yeah. Or to just say, you know what, I didn't know. I didn't know the situation, and, I I mean, he's not going to apologize for starting a fire. It seems like he's proud of it or whatever.
Yeah.
But at least respond to. You got to respond after all this. It's like just quickly double down, or just say you fucked up. Like at the very least.
Yeah. It's just a very sticky situation. I have another tweet for the story to unfold. Colleen basically doubling down. You know, my best friend saying something else that Will retweeted. You say it's to pay for your hobby, but guess what? All caps. She's in her Karen mode. This is other people's hobbies too, and people actually want to own these epic series. That was my best. That was my best impression of.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
See, I don't see how that's my problem. What you want to own, if you can't get it, I mean, it's not up to me to provide it to you. This is my hobby, you said. This is our hobby that everybody has. I know the struggles too. This is not something that is specific to shoujo collectors who once owned these series. This is something everybody has to deal with who wants out-of-print manga. Like, you're not special in that regard. You're not entitled to anything.
Now, I have some more stuff. Like I said, I was on my journalism sage bag. He also wanted to post this. So chat. Will says, if you scalp and you follow me, ... thinking emoji. And someone said it's on site. He said I blocked them. So I don't get where he's trying to go with this. But also, someone on here, because you know, like I said, I did a few screenshots last night because people was blocking left and right. So you know,
you got a terabyte of these screenshots. You did your research.
Not a terabyte. I got less than 15. I wish I would have got more, but you know, I got a few things.
Oh, I got some good ones for my video.
If you need some of these, let me know. But
the Hunter x Hunter one kills me.
Oh my god, that one is, dude. Yeah.
I gotta see that one. You gotta show me that one. But someone said, just thinking about how that dude is reselling out-of-print shoujo manga, his replies are men ishing on the entire shoujo genre and calling it garbage. I've seen all I need.
It's literally just Flip Otaku and old shaman trolling. It's literally it.
And then someone named Sue said, immaturity at its finest.
Oh my god.
Because it's just immature to flip. There's a maturity of buying stuff for retail, but when you flip, oh, that's immature. That's childlike. Not what Will did. What you did, Prom, that was childlike. Woo!
It's Sue that's like TSU.
Yeah, the manga.
Yeah,
hunter.
this person, apparently I've had an interaction with this person when it came to I wanted them to find some volumes for me.
Oh yes, I meant to ask you about that.
I don't remember, and I asked them, I said, the tweet said something along the lines of, not being passive-aggressive, I do not remember this, please refresh my memory. And to my knowledge, I haven't gotten a reply to that tweet, though they have been very active on Twitter, making threads and everything since this. But yeah, I don't know. This person is on my nuts, and apparently I've interacted with them, but I do not remember.
So, you already know Sue. He didn't block me. He unfollowed me because of that video I made. The manga collecting Twitter is soft. He unfollowed me with that. Him and Will, they both think I had horrible takes in that video, which a lot of people in here agreed. And it's funny because Will actually went to Weird Brother snitch on me saying, did you see this video? Dog-ish take after take. I'm like, if you watch the video, you can see Weird Brother literally in the chat. I'm like, why are you trying to? I'm like, that's just such a little childlike thing. Did you see him? Did you see this video? I'm like, dog, what you doing? But Sue made a before I get into this thread, what was you about to say? I'm sorry.
No. I was just gonna say I've absolutely no beef with this person. They follow me. I don't think I've interacted with them before. But I just saw this tweet, and I am very openly against half price books scalping. Like if I have an issue with any scalpers, it's half price books. So this tweet was I'll just read it out. I don't know if it's just me, but I find it hilarious how some people here openly dislike half price books for buying used books, then selling them at 5 times to 10 times retail. But when a random YouTuber does the same thing, they're like their following is all like quotations, get that bag, man. Hypocrisy at its finest. So I just wanted to just to note, the name of that store is Half Priced Books.
Oh,
that's my issue. That is why I cannot stand that, and I don't have any in my state, so it's cool. But that company reselling books. That's my issue. I just want to mention that because I saw that, and that's no hits at Sue or whatever, because I don't, maybe they don't realize why some people are upset at half price books, but for me, it's the name of the company, which is ridiculous.
To kind of piggyback off that, one of the parts of that issue that I have with the scalping that I don't think I mentioned in my video is that I think it's highly unlikely the half price books is paying the people who they're buying the volumes off of that much more money than they were in the first place.
Oh, of course.
Even though they're selling them for a marked up price. Like if you're gonna sell my volume for $40 and you pay me what, like 10 instead of the 50 cents you're gonna give me for selling it for $10, like sure, whatever. But I doubt there's that much of a change in what half price books is actually giving to these sellers in respect to what they're flipping it for.
I really think I just don't get the fact of I feel like they give them, I don't know how much of a percentage it is, probably 30% off of the market, off of the retail price that they see on the back of that volume itself. That's what I think they do.
They probably do the research after.
Shout out to Asian Mirror for the sub. Highly appreciate that, my boy. But to read this thread out a little bit, because Sue wanted to make a whole thread about you, Prom. How do you feel? Someone made a whole thread about you.
Quite frankly, I'm honored that someone would give me the time of day, like the Sue individual has. There's one tweet they made that I was just gonna mention it, but I forgot what it was. Mm-hmm. But they had some interesting opinions. I'll try and find it.
Okay. So he starts off this thread. So for the sake of clarity and honesty, I wanted to talk about this whole scalping ordeal involving a manga tuber that got caught because Prom was trying to hide. He was
having my username ThePromG on all platforms, and saying this for years is hiding. But yeah, go on.
Yeah, that got caught knowingly scalping high demand titles for extremely high prices. While I now say do not condone that kind of behavior and those actions, I can't good conscience say it has always been that way. When my daughter and I originally, here goes the pity party. When my daughter and I originally started collecting manga a few years ago, I was unfortunately doing the same kind of thing. Prior to becoming a manga collector, I was a bit of a TCG and video game collector. And in those communities, scalping or reselling high value items was seen as a fairly acceptable thing. Why isn't that acceptable in manga though?
Yeah, it is. Double standard is crazy.
Yeah. And from what I saw, it was to a degree here as well on places like our Manga Swap. As I got more involved in the community here, I slowly began to learn it was the opposite for the majority of the community. I started to see how many collectors out here were desperate to get their hands on specific volumes, even began to experience it firsthand. It was around then I took a massive hit of a few $100s when a buyer falsely claimed I sold and shipped damaged goods. This came at a time when I had absolutely zero income due to a long-term injury keeping me from working. Oh, the pity party. The pity party. I want to know how this reflects on you flipping, on you reselling. Not you, Prom, him, because he said he used to do that. He said it was around then that I took a massive hit. I took this as the ultimate sign of karma. Yes, because
divine intervention.
The collecting guys was like, yo, you doing too much, dog. Let me go ahead and calm that down.
Repent.
I immediately took down all of my listings and took a break from collecting altogether as I focused on doing whatever I could to provide for my daughter in any way that didn't rely on taking advantage of others. That's crazy. So they tell you to get a job when you have one, but they didn't tell him to get one. He did not. Oh, that's crazy.
Bro, if I'm providing for my daughter, I'm doing whatever I can as long as it's legal.
That honestly it doesn't sit right with me that if you can't provide for your family, yet you draw the line at flipping manga? Really? That's your priorities?
Because God is just gonna be like, whoa, you're making money legally to make sure your daughter is good? Nah, let me stop that real quick. I gotta stop that.
Bro,
I didn't even catch that the first time I saw that tweet. That's funny.
So he said he immediately took it down. He said that was well over a year ago. When my income situation stabilized, I returned to collecting with a new goal in mind. To do whatever I could to help collectors grow their collections by finding those same rarer and out-of-print volumes, but at a retail cost or lower. This is just like this is the beginning of a shonen series right here. let's keep going. I had seen the struggle that people like scalpers cause on our community. Oh God. And to counter that, I decided to be a change for the positive that I wanted to see in the community. That change introduced me to a lot of my closest friends now on this app. And for that, I am very grateful. For the further sake of clarity, when I find specific requests for others, I make next to nothing per shipment. If I find a volume, I charge just enough to cover the item, tax, PayPal fees, or shipping costs. If I do make anything from these orders, it just goes directly to gas. Oh, he's just such a wholesome person.
He's making us nice.
Hey, listen. They're a real one for that. They're a real one for that. I try to do the same thing when I know people want something, but like, why?
See, you're a real one for that. But look at
here.
I'm about to say, look at the story that had to go behind all that. I would be cool if I just saw that tweet and he hasn't said any other blasphemous things towards me. I would be cool with that because that's a real homie thing to do. You feel what I'm saying? You ain't got to do that.
Real.
But I'm grateful for anyone that does do that for me, and anyone that has done that for me. I know my boy Sue in here; he's done that for me plenty of times. And I tried to, at least cover a good amount of stuff, give him a little extra 5 on top of that, maybe. But this whole background story of because I was flipping and I was trying to make ends meet for my daughter, which he should be able to relate to you in this situation of you being a college student. I'm pretty sure you have student loans. I'm pretty sure you're not just paying for college out of pocket.
I'm paying for college. I'm paying for college out of pocket.
Oh, so
I don't have loans.
First of all, lucky bastard.
Yeah, I'm not the only. I had a cousin who got absolutely demolished by loans, and that's what I learned about this before I went to college. I'm like, you know what? I'm not dealing with all that because they will screw you over any chance they get.
Oh, don't worry, I'm in that position right now. So
yeah,
by these standards, I'm broke.
I am broke.
I am a broke boy. I am a sleeper agent for the government right now. How many loans I got? I ain't even got a bachelor's. That's crazy. But yeah, this whole background story of I tried to make ends meet for my daughter, and God just told me, oh, I see some people want to actually get in the chat. But this whole divine intervention of, hold up a second. This whole divine intervention of people, of I guess a higher being just telling him, you know what, you need to stop flipping. And you stop flipping. But like I said, I feel like he should be able to relate to your situation, Prom. I'm not saying that you're a struggling college student who needs to make ends meet. I'm not trying to set you up like Peter Parker, like in Spider-Man 2 or anything like that. I don't know your financial situation. I don't want you to divulge it, even though if you probably wouldn't have. There's no telling what you might be going through. And the fact that I'm not going to say you're flipping, but you also not scalping, because I think scalping is more of when you go to the store and you buy up everything and then you try to sell it online. That's how I think of scalping. But for what you're doing, I don't think it's that bad, personally. And like I said, someone who has been in a similar situation of being in the struggle, you should realize sometimes you ain't going to be able to make ends meet. And if you can find a quick flip that's not illegal, you're going to take it.
Yeah, I don't want people to think I'm struggling. Because then, if I said I was struggling, then I would be a hypocrite. Because everyone sees the outer print stuff that I'm buying a set of Phoenix for $900. People would see that and like, oh, well, you're struggling. You need all this help to pay for college when you're buying all this. No, I'm not struggling. But I did find the thing I quickly want to mention about Sue. They said that I had asked them to get something for me, and then somebody replied to them, and it's like, oh yeah, Prom, he's like, they filled him on the situation, and then Sue was like, oh yeah, I had a feeling that's what was going on with this guy, like he was using my services for malicious intent, when I guarantee you, I was merely looking for volumes for out of print manga that I was looking to collect, like. Not to sell, just to have, like everybody else who reaches out to you. And while we're on the note of Sue, this is the last thing I want to say about Sue. We've been on this person for a while, but they tweeted out, you might have this tweet, you can pull it up if you do. They said, their complaints were more than valid, responding to people complaining about me. Prom abused his position as a content creator and basically made fools out of an entire sub-community for clout and clicks.
Dang, I wish I got that one. I didn't get that one. I wish I did though.
Really, how I have zero inklings of how this take even formed. about me abusing my position as a content creator,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if anybody, the floor is open for this person to come and explain what they meant by that, and to then go on and say I made a fool out of the community, which in fact they're making fools out of themselves, but that's besides the point, for clout and clicks, when all I've been doing is defending myself against people saying lies and slandering my image. That's all I've done.
Well, Prom, Rolling Bootlegs on Twitter says, that Prom G dude is trying to play this off like it's something humorous.
Oh my, I screenshotted that too.
And then Sue said,
Oh
and that it was and that it was something everyone knew about already and didn't have a problem with. Man, Prom,
I can understand,
this is not funny.
I can understand why if people didn't know, but that's because sometimes people just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't hiding anything.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a matter of figuring it out. There was nothing hidden. If you really think that this is some big issue that you can't make a joke of,
Mm-hmm.
you need to get a life, my friend. Please.
Interjection time. Shout out to Midnight Roboto. Actually,
Bro,
Chase,
he's right on.
Chase, I want you to actually put this. I want you to put this on. And I'm not even trying to. This man's talking. So any type of stuff we're looking at. Chase, where would you like me to send you this Twitter link?
You can send it to me in my general or in a DM. It doesn't matter. You want me to put it up on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me message you.
All right, go ahead.
Hey, I gotta speak on Sue real quick though.
There you go.
Uh-oh, that boy Sam!
Okay, because he was going directly at one of my tweets. So his argument ultimately came down to, it's okay that Prom was reselling for a profit. It just can't be that much of a profit. I don't know if y'all saw the tweet thread. Do y'all realize like how stupid that is? Like, is Prom supposed to be some market analyst, find every single sold price for a set manga, and then find the average of that and be like, this seems like the good fair price for this? No, he's gonna look at what has the manga sold for on eBay, what's the highest price he could possibly get for it, and post it.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Dude, I'm not a charity. I'm not here to cut my profit so people that don't know me, that I don't know, can get a better deal. That makes zero sense.
So stupid. It's literally your property. It is a collectible. Like, who cares what you do with it?
It's just jealousy and entitlement.
It's entitlement. That's what it is. It's I deserve this. It's a collectible. You don't deserve anything. If you find it, good for you. Be happy. But don't be pissed at someone for making a logical decision and selling something for what it's worth. It makes zero sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, my bad.
East actually sent me the tweet, and shout out to my boy Midnight Roboto. He's actually in the chat. This tweet stems from Midnight Roboto saying, sometimes I'm hesitant with posting some restock of reprint info. On one hand, I want to get the info out. On the other hand, I feel like some people use it to scout books that are declared out of print. I'm not against it, but just want to make sure the info I put out is accurate. And then Sue, Otaku in Training's best friend, says, if it's actually out of print, then it's not scalping. Whoa! At that point, it crosses over into the collectibles market where supply and demand is the only rule.
And spitting.
Oh!
Dude, that is
and that was March.
To this whole argument.
That's March 26, 2022.
Sue is making it up as he goes. He doesn't know what he believes. That's the thing. If you read these tweets, nothing adds up.
Wow. Jeez.
That's crazy. I didn't see that. Wow.
He said it was a year ago when he stopped doing this stuff. He said it was a year ago, guys. He said that in his long drawn out story.
He's got the plot armor.
Shonen protagonist armor.
Oh man, that's crazy. He done hit the Captain Ginyu. He done injured himself. That's crazy.
But it's a bigger plot twist than Manga Hero.
Look, there's so much behind that I don't even think my chat knows all about that. That is just crazy.
He was so funny. He's like, he was thanking Prom yesterday for moving the drama over off of him.
I'm here to serve.
He's funny.
Yeah,
He paid Will.
I fuck with Manga Hero. Like, I don't agree with everything he says, but I think he's for the most part a good sport. And he did admit, I don't want to get into this whole drama in this stream, but like he admitted he went a little off the deep end. But yeah, I think he's good people.
I think he went off the deep end on something else too, but that's all right. That's all right.
I agree with you.
Just accept the
Prom.
B- ranking, man.
Chill. Chill. You just
spam
lost
the
all
emote.
the rings you done
Spam the
gained.
emote. Spam the emote, guys.
Oh, dog, if y'all spam that emo because Prom told y'all to, dog, that's crazy. Y'all are all fake if y'all do that. I want to know why I got notifications because I haven't really tweeted anything personal today. That curtain stays 24/7. Man, all this ish today was crazy. I mean, the whole Manga Hero and Boogie stuff I haven't talked about on here. I don't think I really am. The only thing I mean, I've already talked about it on stream with East. So if East still has that stream, you guys can go check that out on his Twitch channel, East Coast Manga, same as his YouTube. I just think that's crazy. The fact that y'all all spam that. No, that's crazy. But yeah, I think that was corny behavior as well. This whole issue right here is corny behavior as well. Some buffoonery, in my opinion. Prom is a good dude, from what I know of him. I mean, I don't know. He could probably be in some type of cult ring or something. I don't know, something from a scary movie for all I know.
Yeah, you'll
But-
never know.
Well, I mean, you watch them cult movies, I'm pretty sure, because I've seen you do that review of that one movie, that one review.
House.
So exactly. So see, you could be
Lots
in
of
there.
ideas in my head. Yeah, floating around in there.
See,
We'll see.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know, Sam. I know Sam has been a whole W this whole weekend. I'm gonna be real with y'all right there, cause Sam, he been defending Prom. He's been on everybody's back like, yo, nah, y'all wild, y'all crazy, y'all getting on him for no reason.
No reason.
Sam has been on your side, Prom. So I do want to give.
Always back.
Yeah, I'm
I
about
know I
to
said
say.
it to you earlier in East Stream, but I really do appreciate how you, like, probably within 10 minutes, responded to that tweet and came to stick up for the boy.
Hey, I do it again, and I do it again.
That's love.
That's love, bro.
That's real.
It was just ridiculous. Like how they're literally like hyenas. That side of like manga Twitter, and it's crazy. The scale of severity of you selling a series that you own, like you said, like you need to touch grass. It's not that big of a deal. And these people were like hyenas, saying like you're scum, you have no shame. It's like, what did these people do with their free time to
They
think
feed
that
off
this
drama.
is
Not own Red
they
River.
feed off the drama. It's insane. And people were just like backing them up with like these comments. I'm like, you're talking about a human being this way for selling their property. Excuse the
But-
French taste, but it's fucked up. It's messed up.
Oh no, you
So
can cuss on here.
I had to
Anything
get
go, anything goes on here, except for TOS stuff.
Except for
Oh, you said
TOS
anything?
and jumping jacks.
Nah, jumping jacks is for the OnlyFans. Y'all gotta
Hey,
sub
if you
for
fuck,
that.
if you fuck on stream, you're only getting a 7-day ban though.
That's
Well,
true.
That's what I found out.
Prom, I'm a
True.
black man. That don't work the same for me.
Yeah.
I'm a black
Yeah,
man. That don't work.
True.
That's why I said. Hey, that's what I was telling Sam yesterday. Hey, you don't want that smoke. You don't want that smoke with Colleen.
You lose that 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Hey, that smoke with Colleen. Hey, you gonna be off the plat. You gonna be off Earth.
And she blocked me too. So in a way, I'm lucky that I don't get to see her tweets
Yeah,
anymore.
that's a
I know
dub.
you're jealous of me.
Oh yes, I am. Even though she said she had a tweet the other day saying, oh, "I'm glad I'm on people." Oh, she blocked me too.
Congrats, man.
Oh, she
Free
blocked
best
me too.
friend.
Yes,
Free.
yes. Oh man, she blocked me too.
I'm blocked though.
Man, that's because you
I'll let you guys. I'll let you guys know if she says anything.
good.
East Coast manga, more like Central Coast manga.
Facts. Neutral coast manga.
Neutral Coast manga.
Bro, I'm just Sweden out here, bro. I'm just trying to breathe. I'm talking about the beef, trying to see, you know what I mean, what's going on. And then, because, you know, we need someone on the neutral side.
We need a mediator.
Now, granted,
We need a
we
mediator.
we really need someone on the far opposite side
Oh my,
for a
please,
real
please,
interesting
somebody.
discussion.
Oh my gosh, Will.
He doesn't care,
Please.
man. He doesn't care. He'll spend 3 hours searching Prom's Reddit history, but he doesn't care.
He got his interactions, and he did.
My only thing, and nothing against Colleen, but I would be a little nervous to have Colleen on stream just because of her fans. She has a lot of fans, and I don't
She
know
can
how
bring 'em.
they would react to certain things.
I'm about to
I
smoke.
think- I think well, yeah, you're different, but
I'm built
I
different.
think I'm sure she's a probably very reasonable person in VC and stuff like that, but I would be curious to see what the reaction would be on Twitter.
So I forgot to bring this up, and Kaz brought this up. How do you feel, Prom? We all know who Takara Cafe is. No shade to them. Congratulations on him being full time at that. Oh wait, no. So we know that everybody champions Takara Cafe. Colleen has a affiliate thing with them. Will has an affiliate thing with them. He's always promoting his stuff. But he also had a set of Red River at a higher price than you, Prom, and he had less volumes in that set.
Really?
I think I remember him posting the link yesterday. His set was like, I think at 1,800 or 1,600. I could be wrong. If someone could find me the link, please put it in the Discord. But his listing on eBay was at a higher price, and he didn't even have a full set like you. No one got on his case. No one got on his case.
From what I understand,
Will said he's blocking scalpers, so why didn't he block him?
Corey's a whole different.
Oh, Cass said it was 1,500. Cass said 1,500. But still,
Corey's
that's
a
still
W.
high. That's still higher than you. Less volumes. Nobody said anything to him. They said, "Huh, we see that you did that, but we're gonna attack Prom because he's a manga tuber."
From what I got from I don't know what to call him. I think Corey is his name.
Yeah, his name's Corey.
Yeah, I think he was on my side, and he posted my listing in some reply to try and like boost the amount of people that saw it. I think that was really funny. He's like, "Yeah, when this sells, give me 10% cut for getting it out there." So, but it's funny you bring that up. That it kind of goes to prove the point that just because I have a platform, I mean, he has a platform as well, but I'm much more of a public figure in the space than he is. And that makes me such an easier target for all this slander and people to call me out when there are so many other people that have done in the past and will do for the end of time exactly what I'm doing that will never see any backlash like I have.
So the question is, I don't know if he still has this up. I don't know if this was in the past or right now. I remember him posting it. So Corey, if you're watching this, please correct me if I'm wrong. I apologize if I am. He is a company owner. He works the Car Cafe, and what he's doing is great stuff over there. I personally haven't shopped over there, so I can't vouch for him, but a lot of people seem to love his prices, his services, especially when comparing him to right stuff. But this is a man this is something that people generally hate. Someone who owns a company and sells certain items are putting these items at a higher price on the secondary market.
And you said that Colleen and Will both have affiliates with him, or is
Like
it
an
just
affiliate
Colleen?
link. I think both of them. No, I know Will does because I've seen him
Will,
promote
yeah.
his stuff.
If
But I'm
you
pretty sure
really-
Colleen does too.
If you really feel that strongly, morally, that what I'm doing is wrong, then what they would do is cut ties with Takara Cafe. They would get rid of their link because the exact same thing, if not to a more extreme degree, is happening with the person who runs that business. Not saying they should.
I'm about to say, like I said, Takara, I'm sorry, Corey, for putting that straight bullet on you, but he also put it out there. So it's not like I'm just pulling this information out of my behind. He put this out on one of your replies or on one of their replies, saying that he's also doing or has done this. Like I said, I forget if it's now or if it was in the past. Get GC Chase. What's it?
Guys,
Oh, here it goes right here. I'm about to show you guys on Twitch right here. Literally, Corey, Takara Cafe, literally has his name in here. Has 1 through 28, missing volume 15, mostly first printings. $1,500 plus $15 shipping.
Man, and I like Corey too, but like, bro, why are they not mad at him? And I'm not saying people should be mad at him.
I don't
think
think
people
that
should
they
be mad
should be
at
mad
him
at
or
anybody
Prom.
for
No,
this.
but like, bro, why are you getting attacked? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Look, and then
Actually, no, I do know why. Sorry, I do know why. You're a manga tuber.
yeah, exactly, bro. They don't like us.
Bro,
And look,
they only see 1% of us manga tubers. You don't realize the type of people we actually are.
They have no idea.
That's what this is showing us.
well, but Sam, they could judge us based off of us selling stuff for what's market value. They could judge our whole character based off that. Doesn't matter if we donate to charity. Doesn't matter if we helped a lady out of a burning building. You're a reseller. You sold something for market value on eBay. You're done for, buddy. You're canceled, bro. You're canceled.
Bro, the shame. No shame.
I said, hey, he's charging shipping too.
Yeah.
That's crazy. No, that's crazy. Hey, Prom.
Hey, he's
Isn't
real
Colleen
though
a manga tuber? She is.
He's real for taking that insurance though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, he probably just factored that into his price. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you know they as an eBay seller myself, they just dump that money in no matter what, and you know.
Yeah.
You use it however you need to. Manga Saw said, I get lots of hate for just buying $1 manga blind boxes. Is he just a Twitter and talk? Yeah, he just does Twitter and TikTok for all I know. Someone says the thing with Corey is that he listed them at auction starting at $1 and then sold for that much.
Oh yeah, I forgot he did do that. So he sold that for 1,500.
That's not market value.
That-
I mean, that's not retail.
That's
I
a
believe
real
that's his
market
listing.
value.
That's his listing.
That's
He has
not
a
the
bunch
average
of random.
value.
He has a bunch of random boxes, I believe, that he did $1 start auctions. I think this is actually a listing though.
Okay.
Oh, so this is a
I was gonna
regular eBay listing right here.
Yeah, it's a regular eBay listing, I believe.
Okay.
And it hasn't sold. It hasn't sold.
I don't know. Let me check that eBay.
I might list my set at $1 auction. If that's the way to go.
I was gonna say, bro, if you list it at $1 auction and it goes all the way to $1,000, like, can they really be mad at you?
No. This is what I said. This is what I said with my videos talking about out of stock manga scalping. That it is completely on the shoulders of the people who are buying. I don't think when people were buying Chainsaw Man or selling Chainsaw Man and they listed at auction and then it sold for $200, that is not the fault of the seller. That is the fault of the person who is too impatient to wait and paid $200.
Yeah, for real. At that
What
point.
something is worth
I found
is
it.
what someone will pay for it. It's that simple. It's that simple. If someone will pay $1,200, which they will, there's sold listings of that full set, then that is what it's worth.
Here goes the listing, guys, right here
Used
that
to
he
be for this
posted.
much.
Here it is. It's up there. I want all of chat. Like I said, nothing against Corey. Nothing against Corey. I only
I don't
got
want people to get it twisted. Like,
Yeah.
Don't get mad at him for this. He's not doing anything wrong, just like I'm not doing anything wrong.
I just want to say this. We gotta play fair, guys. I know us in the chat, most of us here, we're playing fair. We gotta play fair. Because that's not fair. That's not right. We know that's not right. So yeah. Asian Mare, have you been keeping up with this whole debacle?